now it looks really overcast straight ahead of us, but to the south immediately is partially cloudy, beautiful blue skies with little puffballs. Weather radar doesn't show anything bad coming in, so I can deal with overcast. It's 91 degrees and 7:08 p.m. Chris finished her shift. She's sitting here eating pineapple slices. Oh Lord, she usually eats a lot of watermelon, so I got confused. Wonderful day. Made a big batch of green smoothies this morning. Filled up a bunch of bottles. Made a huge batch of tomato soup, 4 big bowls worth. And learned something. I like using fresh cracked peppercorns instead of the bottled or canned pre-ground black pepper, because you don't need as much. Well, when you put them in the Vitamix and you have a couple of peppercorns in there, apparently there's a whole lot more heat to pepper than you get from cracking it out of a pepper mill. Because that tomato soup was spicy, but it was so good. A couple of cloves of garlic, a sprig of basil, one stem with about 6 or 7 leaves on it, and Roma tomatoes until the jar was full. Put a couple of big mushrooms in it for nutritional value, and helps thicken the soup up once everything settles. But it was still absolutely awesome, even though it was a little bit spicy for my taste. Chris absolutely loves it, so I'm happy. That's all that matters. As long as it gets eaten and is healthy for us. But anyway, we're about 500 miles roughly from El Paso, out in the middle of nowhere, Texas. We're not going to see any real signs of civilization. Well, there's a couple of towns through here, so. But we like it out here. Even though right now, surprisingly, the traffic is reasonably active. We're not that far out of San Antonio. Usually out here there's no traffic. Nice, easy going. Rolling hills. Wide open spaces. We like it. And I will check in again later. Should have a nice pretty sunset. Check this out. I'm talking to the camera. Wells Fargo Building, El Paso, Texas. I really hope this shows up well. Too many signs in the way. Good morning. We made it to Lordsburg, New Mexico for a shift change. Chris is inside right now brushing her teeth and doing all that stuff. But I wanted to show you something. I saw a video yesterday posted by another vlogger, and it appeared that they set their trailer brakes while they were on the scale, on a cat scale. Now, when you set your trailer brakes, the suspension in the trailer, the airbags, let all the air out. And I've got my Midland camera sitting under the trailer right now, and hopefully it's not too dark to pick up. So let's see. I'm going to set the trailer brakes. Now you can hear the air going out. And the back end of the trailer will slowly drop. The reason for that is when air ride trailers first came out, even when you set the brakes, those airbags stayed inflated. So when you had forklifts going off and on, it would put a lot of undue stress on the airbags and would damage them. And if you have a blown airbag, your suspension goes away, the back end of the trailer gets heavy, and it overloads your trailer axles. So they set it up where when the parking brake is set, it automatically drops down and sets the trailer on a block on the axle to relieve the stress from the airbags. And then when you release your parking brake, which it's sat long enough, so I'm going to go ahead and release it. When you release the parking brake, now you can hear the air flowing through the system. That's all air going back into the airbags. To reinflate them. You can only get an accurate weight if you have your trailer parking brakes released. You cannot get an accurate weight if you set your trailer brakes. It's sort of like taking a bottle that's 3/4 full of liquid and you hold it from both ends and it feels balanced. But if you lower one end, then the weight will shift toward the lower end. And that end will be heavier and the top end will be lighter. The same thing happens in the trailer. And other than that, I'm basically done for the night. Going to go ahead and close out, edit this up, and try to get it uploaded as quickly as possible. And edit that stuff in. And hopefully that Midland camera got it real good. If not, I'm going to have to reset the GoPro on there, or just do it again when it's a little bit lighter. Just release the brakes, and set the brakes and then release the brakes, and go back and edit that in again. So anyway, I'm done for the night. I'm going to do this up, and then it's bedtime for me. Like if you like. Please subscribe if you want to. And thank you very much for watching. Okay, I was a little bit nervous about doing that with the camera on. I usually don't do stunts because the balance issue and stuff like that with the camera mounted on it. So I was real nervous, and the first time I tried it, I forgot to flick one of my switches. So all I did was go into maximum maneuver speed on a lower setting. So I went back, did a single flip, a single roll, flew around a little bit more, and then I came back and did 2 flips. So hopefully they turn out good. Hopefully you like what you saw, and hopefully you hit the like button and the subscribe button. So thank you very much for watching, and I really do hope you enjoyed it.